less care about the stream, more about the players. This. How about where are you, Dodge boy? Invite. No, not yet. Okay, so we are. Here's the cluster. So we said it's. All right, thank you. On the left side will be Oster, and on the right side is the Voice Academy. Got it correctly. Let's see. No. Too many tabs. Yeah, Ruby's fine. Update teams. Let's see. Will be rosters, Victorious Teams Academy. I don't care that it looks like that right now. For the casters, I'll fix it in a few seconds. Okay, cool. So, ready?
Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another event here on the Wolvesden Valorant, this time the August edition. We're starting off strong with the first best of one here. My name is Dutchbur, Jesse, whatever you want to call me. And we're on Ascent, the map where we kind of always seem to go on whenever time it really is. The agent selection seems to come in, both teams, sticking to what we know. Because on Ascent, we do know this is the agent setup that there is. You got yourself the KO, Sova, Killjoy, Omen, and Jet, and everyone sticks to that same 5 composition for the whole long time that is in the world of Valorant. There's been balance chases, there's been new agents coming out. This has always been the 5 you choose on this map of Ascent. Sometimes some teams do opt to go for a Sage and then in combination with another agent with then the KO left out because then it's not needed to cancel on it. So I guess that sometimes really helps and sometimes really works. But for now, sticking to what has worked in the past, we're gonna go live in just a few moments. And oh, here we are already. We have some fast servers loaded. And I'm pretty excited to see. On the defensive side, we got a Ruby roster. On the attacking side, we got the Victorious Demons Academy. 2 teams that are gonna try to battle their hearts out here. And we will see what that's gonna mean for this best of one. There is a little bit of a rank difference in these 2 teams. We always try to look for the match that is the closest. These 2 teams looked quite fancy, but you can definitely see that the side of the Victorious Demons Academy are a little bit less rated than the other ones are in terms of the ranking. We got some plats, we got some diamonds, and I think also a gold coming in. So there will definitely be a little bit of a possibly weaker side for the Victorious Demons Academy coming in. But from the Ruby roster, and they've gotten Immortals all over the board, and that will definitely be a thing to watch out for. A swing for Wolfo comes through in the back of the side still. Double Manta fight. The name of Killjoy now, and so Enzo 1, jeez, gets himself that entry. Neo, from the back of the side, also holding on. He's the final player left, up against 2. And they're both trying to run into the boathouse. Neo is still waiting. Door gets broken. They try to avoid the spike from going down, and they kind of have to. Otherwise, there's extra cash to be had, and that's not the case this time. 1-0 start. And that's incredible for the Ruby roster. Exactly the way you expect them to start off. I know that my volume from my game could go down a little bit more, as I barely hear myself talking. But the game has started off with a blow. Fast push onto the side and looked like it was going to work out from the Victorious Demon Academy. And then I really liked the approach for Ruby roster because they went through to that doorway very fast. They went to the side because they knew when we let that spike go down, they might still get away with a buy. And in this situation, that's not to be. Like, they are not allowed to get anything done. They're not allowed to get that extra 1,500 credits, 300 each of course, coming through once you get yourself that spike down. So it's just a good avoidance. And the round has, with that, gone the way of the Ruby roster. Still, slow-placed round here on the side of Ascent. Everyone knows how to play this map, of course. Some of us love it, as it is the most played map here. Probably in this tournament, probably in all the best of one stages. So it is just a very, very basic map. There is a lot to it. Early smokes as well, both thrown. The smoke on mid will soon fade. Same can be said about the smoke on 2A long. That means there is a small little bit of chance. That's a good recon bolt. That gives a lot of intel. But no one playing there in the market, which can result into a push from Blood coming through. He is aware. But there is also an alarm bot there, so not too much to really worry about. Wolfo holding on from the short side. Double kill going his way. Levy will get smoked off. Wolfo's going to go aggressive, and he's going to find a third. Drops the spike. Well done for Wolfo here. Probably pushing in for more. He wants to try and find himself an exit underhand throw, but they're both into middle. There's also a swing coming in for the Killjoy. It's Senso 1 to find the final kill. And Neo should just scramble up all the pieces that are still remaining. 4 players surviving. A very amazing start for the Ruby roster. But they do play a bonus buy now, so this might be the chance that Victorious Demons Academy have to continue on. For people that are unsure, of course, in the chat, this is the Wolvesden Valorant August tournament. Of course, the title of the stream still suggested being the July Grand Finals. That's not the case, of course. But this is a double elim tournament. The prices of this tournament are $100 for the number 1 against the $50 that the number 2 will get. So $150 given out every single month. And if you want to look to compete, there's definitely worth to check out the Challenger mode on Challenger mode. We got ourselves a little bit of a page where every single month there will be a tournament on Friday. We're starting off about 12 a.m. the Central European summertime. And then, of course, on Saturday to continue the tournament, usually around 7 p.m. Then an evening match to end it all off with. That's going to be some great stuff. Wolfo immediately getting himself the first kill. Oh my goodness, that Bulldog is an absolute menace. Takes down 2, and that could be weapons picked up as well. Maybe from the mid side, Blood still trying to hold. He will get revealed. Hence the reason why he's trying to push away, and these are Vandals that are being scrambled. You've got 2 Vandals now to work.
Spike down A. 30 seconds left. Recalling my bot. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
So, seems like now I'm back, I think.
10 seconds left.
Welcome back. My mic just died out. It's good that my lovely producer just said that to me. I think I kind of unplugged my mouse by had my hand on there, but it's all good. The third round has been won, and Ruby roster win the bonus buy. Bonus buy has been won. As we are looking at another round where Victorious Demons Academy will not have the best of buys yet, and we're continuing to have that steamroll like we have had from the start. Executor rolling into B. 2 players there, Neo spraying. And so one can try and help him out as he has fallen down. Neo unsuccessful, Odin picked up, but still, Enzo one on their side. He's an absolute menace. A 4K and 4-0 redeemed. Ruby roster continues to strike with every single piece they have, and Enzo one will claim all of them. 6 in 1, I should say. An absolute amazing performance from this new edition. And we'll really have to see if this is the final thing we will hear from the Ruby roster, of course. Probably we'll see them back some later time in this tournament, maybe, you know, heading towards that grand final. So far, things have been looking quite insane. Spraying through the wall, they do some damage, but just some for now it will be. Neo has yet to open up. If all the utility they can potentially think of here onto the B side. Spray through the wall. Again, Neo claiming himself an opener. And he finds himself a second as well. Neo, can you please stop? It's just unfair. Shock Dart forcing him out. Another smoke. And they'll just hold on. Enzo one hears the turret shooting and knows that he can swing out and grab an easy frag. 5-0. Doesn't seem unlikely. What a performance this far here from the defenders. Wrecker onto middle. Trying to hold the back push to come through. He's going to swing out. Little bit of an awkward fight. Will get capitalized on. And then a great chance would be to go through middle. Kvet is the one to lean in. He's not able to find it. Blood
30 seconds left.
has at least spilled some blood in this round by getting a double. Jump spot will be seen. Wolfo now. Ready and swinging. Sami, you hear him reloading in the close corner. That alarm bot will also be known. And this is some interesting stuff. There's actually still a world where this is possible. Still, the spike plant coming through. Enzo1 will grab Sami, and even just Furry will take it. Blood, just run it in the angle. Worst possible thing you can think of, and the worst timing, and Raffles 5-0. Ruby roster still have yet to lose their first, as they have secured themselves such an incredible start here on the defensive side. Timeout starts in for Levy. And I think probably the IGL coming in for this Victorious Demons Academy, that are obviously going to try and see what they can potentially find. They've tried B, they've tried A, and both have failed. So where do you go, Ban? Yeah, you might try and take yourself some mid control to make the rotations a little easier. And you've been successfully able to do so, but then going up to the short side, you've gotten yourself, and that's a good thing here. You see Wrecker. He is definitely your guy to watch out for then. He is currently obviously not the best in terms of performing 2-1, but what he does quite often, and I do really like that, is he has two smokes, of course. That's what Omen is known for, to be a smoker. He either smokes off the close path onto A, like the path where he's currently going, right, the short side, or he's going to be leaving his smokes to go towards that B main area where he can try and block off the enemies when they would go towards that B side. So he's basically everywhere. So I guess you can kind of push out his smoke. Here's one of the smokes now coming in towards the long side, so towards that one way. So now you could potentially walk up short, but that's usually where the second smoke comes in. You gotta be executing some fakes to waste those two smokes from the Omen, because he will get them back in about 15 seconds again. So you will be able to outdo them quite well, quite often. That's definitely something I feel like with fakes could be something where the Victorious Demons Academy is going to be a little bit better performing on. When they would go for such a fake just to bait out those smokes and then go to an area that isn't being smoked off. But we still have to see how much comes of it, because when there's an entry found, of course, by the chat in the name of this operator, there's no smokes in play anymore, because, yeah, sure, you can go for a fake, but you're always going to have an advantageous battle coming your way. So it will be a little rough. Towards the mid side, Hyper is going to be getting spotted out. Body alarm bot, a default place to have it on, just to guard that mid side. And now an operator watching at you. Good shot onto Hyper. And out towards the B side they will have Levy getting spotted, taken down, and everyone will hit the deck here from the attackers. Not allowed a single thing. Just Sami. That's going to try to go up against the world, but saving his weapon will be
10 seconds left.
what a ridiculous performance. And I think Wrecker has not seen him cross yet, so they expect him to still be around in the long side. But he has already crossed Wrecker. You don't need to worry about that, my friend. And just like that, a 6-0 has been taken. And there's always that lower bracket, so Victorious Demons Academy still has a chance there to redeem themselves, to get all the way towards that grand final to claim some prize, but it will definitely be a long run. They're gonna have to go for then. A very long one, a painful one maybe, even. It's gonna cost a few pieces. Levy did get disconnected, now seems to be back. So in the server and up and running for a B push. Again, that smoke coming in. And look, that was thrown from the A side. No presence here, so expecting a B push to come in. And they just help each other out so great in the smoke, trying to clear left and right, just to find themselves an opener. And now an Odin that's gonna start spraying Neo, unable to collect the entry. The Odin will soon run out of bullets as he starts to reload. Enzo 1 expecting a swing. He's taking him down 2. They both run in, but once again, he's the guardian of the site holding on. The spike gets dropped, isolating the fight so well. As the operator from Covet will also be doing incredible stuff. It's 7-0. Ruby roster. When will this be stopping? I don't think anytime soon, if I'm really honest. This is a dink. And Blood, he does so well by grabbing that dink. But still, of course, the Sheriff is not enough from long range to take a one-shot, one kill. So no one dies for Ruby roster. And they will have money for days currently. The first few rounds always go by quite quickly because of the sometimes skill difference there is between the teams. But as soon as we get further in this tournament, of course, we are going to be seeing more and more just immortal teams sticking together, right? We're sticking with the upper bracket, so we will see what team is going to go ahead and make their way into the upper bracket finals. And this round, mid is being used, and that's great. Should have done that more often, I think. As Mitsue trying to find himself a nice opener. Missed a shot there on Wolfo, not even getting a chance to fire his knives. Second player again watching middle in the name of Blood. The rest are all walking into A. Covet is waiting. Give him some more. He is hungry. And he has Feast onto that first. Swings out of the back of the smoke again. Covet and Wrecker watching as all the players starts diminishing with a push. Just Blood left standing. Covet has seen him. Swing comes through. He's looking in for another. Oof. That's so awkward. Ato found for Ruby roster. As they are in fact a few rounds away. From winning this first half in a very, very consistent fashion. Question will always remain. Will this be a one-sided game or not? Question will always be, is this going to be a 13-0 or will there still be a chance? Is there a round that the attackers can win? A push through short might potentially help with that, but with a flash underhand thrown, Wolfo just runs through. Starts things off great, another flash run through and everyone will die. What an absolutely amazing round, a flawless one. And now you run up short, you try something new, but you're also put to an end. This game is dead to rights Ruby roster. 4 more to go. And I expected this game to be somewhat close when I saw the names of the teams or an academy lineup against the main one. Then I saw the ranks, I was like, okay, sure. Definitely an upper hand for Ruby roster, but the way they have been played, this is not just the ranks, this is also just an incredibly well-performing Ruby roster that isn't letting their foot off the gas whatsoever. They might want to get signed up by an orc. Who knows? Ooh, getting spotted. Shots come through. Spray as well from Isuku. Hasn't been able to find the opener. The operator is once again watching and hitting the deck. That's a good start. And Neo with the Odin. Sami will fall out of the smokes are pushing through. They tried to get some little bit of an inch. Still not meant to be. Spike got picked up through short. Wrecker falls. And now the rotation is called. They're running back towards A as it has been taken under control. This is going to be the first time we might actually see an after-plan situation coming through. He closed the door. And that's interesting. It's exactly where Wrecker is coming from. So that might not have been the best of plays, but they're at least getting the spike planted. And once we have seen a defuse. This could be the second time, or this could be the first time we're actually seeing an explosion coming in from that big spike. Which way they're opting to go for. You heard a full pool. Blot is still on the long side. The Odin could swing. Blood already taken 2. Will he be the one to claim the round? Will he be the one to put Victorious Academy Demons on the board? And he will, as he takes them all and wins a 1-on-3. Unthinkable scenes from Blood, as he definitely draws blood on the hands of Ruby Roster. What a round.
Alarm bot out.
Blood the one trying to keep them alive. Victorious Demons Academy still in this one. Even though the wire they've created is quite thin, it is still a wire that they have, so they're holding on. And now you got yourself the Enzo 1 lockdown, of course, in play. So you've actually gotten a fairly good chance at completing a retake. And you also have a chance to take this site. You already see that Blood is looking to place it down. He will. There could be a response, of course. Defender Killjoy ult, yeah, used a little later. So no chance to push it to the side. So both ults wasted. Both ults gone to waste. The attackers will not get away with anything. The defenders not either, but they're pushing into the side instead. Wrecker is still here. Door gets closed. But the Phantom still trying to hold. Opening up on a first. No one can use their abilities as there's still a no command in play. Spike will go down. 4-on-4.
I can't use that.
Maybe Hyper is going to go a little aggressive. He won't through mid. Look at this flank from Blood. He has to be a menace. And will definitely try to be through short side. There's Sami still waiting. He's a sitting duck from behind. Will Blood strike for more? It's only good for 1. So they are aware of him being flanking. But they also need to be aware of the time that runs out. Mitsuku will let them go to the side. He's able to open up. Still left standing. He's trying. And he's holding on. The dash towards the side will not be good. Wolfo has the stick. And he will not be good for the stick himself. The second round has been won by Victorious Demons Academy.
Last round before the switch.
Another one that goes their way.
Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this?
And now, after a few, gonna get this later. RS now picked up. Maybe one that they're gonna try to use to start counter spraying. And I do like the approach, right? They're just trying to spot him out and do some cheeky damage. Haven't been able to find that opener. And now, of course, just the Odin showing. The damage that has been done, the kill that has been found by Corvettes. Now the opener, 5-on-4 that has been found. Push into middle. It's where Victorious Demons Academy look to be hiding. They seem to be a little bit clueless. They've tried everything, right? And that makes them clueless in this regard. You cannot get anything working. So what do you try then? It's a tough position to be in. Blood is going to start walking in. Won't be able to find anything through mid. And it's a push that comes in from Hyper. Ooh, around the corner. Jumped and actually good for the first. Neo runs through the smoke. Just to grab another kill. The Odin still in play. Now sprays. Sami is still around the corner. Knife out. And Neo gets caught. Still trade frag there. Blood, final player remaining. Has been the hero a few rounds ago. But this time will be met with Wrecker. Ooh, Wrecker. Barrel seen. Luckily, Kovac helps. That would have been a shameful kill if Blood would have still been able to find it.
Switching sides.
It was not meant to be. 2 rounds. That's all that the Victorious Demons Academy side takes. And we're moving into the second half with a pretty good advantageous position.
Here.
And originally, what I saw in the team list was a team, of course, that has won last time. XOXO, Looking for Orc once again coming back. And I thought, ooh, that was going to be an interesting battle because we also have a very good Balkan team in the 3-2-5 coming in. Third place in the Valorant Balkan League. Which is, yeah, a pretty good league consisting of lots of very great teams. I had the pleasure to cast that one on my own channel sometime. But it is definitely great to see them here. And they are probably going to be the team you're going to watch out for the most. But I definitely want to add Ruby Roster to that list as of right now. They've shown me that they're capable of some crazy stuff. But I don't know how crazy that will be. We'll probably see that later today when the matchup starts to unfold. The winner of this game will play versus Team Mangal. But they might face 3-5 in the upper bracket semis. That's definitely a match that we're probably going to try to get casted. If we still get a time for that, of course, because we are on a sort of a schedule in terms of till how long we are playing matches. Nice play, too suppressed into middle, but also a push to come through. Final player there is Levy, and a KO as the headshot has been found. Hyper, the only one here. He got taken out to 10 health already in the start of the round, and towards the mid side, that's where around the corner Wrecker is waiting, bursting through. Double to start off, and now reloading. Sami and Blood around the corner, another burst and another blow. Wrecker, he could take him all. Sami down to low health. And he could have been dead to rights. And it would have been the most insane play I've probably ever seen in some time. But luckily, it's put to an end because that would have been destroyance. But Wrecker, I mean, he takes it all day long, right? Has been a smart player. I called him out on that defensive side. And now on the attacking side, you just continue to spray through. All of them jumping. A little bit of a hype. And Ruby Roster. Of course, you got a little bit of a cheer. Hey, Ruby Roster. Just a little bit for cheering, and you always love to see. Sometimes you do celebrating before the match, but they do it inside when they feel like things are going quite well. Cavett, good opener. Omitsue. A 4-on-4 and has been taken. Neo walks up mid here with the Bulldog. Pretty nice weapon skin he got right there, but of course he has to use it as a weapon, not as a skin. And now the question will be, which side are they opting to go for? Some presence shown onto middle. Wolfo. Frag grenade thrown, and now all left there is gonna be Hyper getting tapped away. First bits of damage has been done, and through the wall, Hyper will fall. It's a 4-on-3, that's a start. And that's Ruby Roster up for a great task. Govet will in fact find it. And it's all left to Levy and Sami. They will both be falling down 12-2. The start for Ruby Roster has been insane. And the finish will probably be 2. This is the final chance for Victorious Demons Academy to do anything here. They have Vandals. They have chances. But they have limited time.
Here.
And they play it as a bonus buy. It's not that Ruby Roster are, of course, a little bit cocky. No. They just want to end it the normal way. They know that they just gotta play it safe. Better safe than sorry, but even if they're playing it safe by playing this as a bonus buy, it still looks like they're just the one to claim it. Still good push for Hyper. Trying to disallow them any chance to take any control. So they're all stuck on the site. Ready and waiting. Wolf around the corner. Bulldog in hand, and good for the first underhand throw to take down Blood, and now just Sami left. 1-on-2 needed. He takes them both. Sami keeps them alive, and although it was a bonus buy for Ruby Roster, it is still the side from Victorious Demons Academy that holds on to that thin wire, maybe thickens it a little bit by securing 3. But the highlight reel continues. for the victorious Demons Academy. And the first results, of course, are also coming in. A 13-0 for a team, a 13-3. And still a few matches that are going on for a little bit longer. But a total of 23 teams that have been playing, or that have signed up, that have readied up as well. So a good amount. Definitely all very, very nice to see you guys here. And maybe we'll have that opportunity to cast you in some of the games. The only thing you gotta do for that is keeping it upper bracket a little bit longer. And one team that will keep themselves in the bracket seems to be Ruby Roster as they find the opener. That's one. That's a Bulldog redeemed. At least the entry taken. A second kill as well for Covet. He looks in for a third. Takes them all. Covet. Just the range he uses. As that's some great adjustments of his mouse. In time. All headshots required. And just Levy still has not gotten himself a single frag. And he will keep himself on 0. It's so unfortunate to see people don't get a single thing. He was the lowest ranked player, of course, in the lineup with gold 1. So it was potentially to be expected. But he did some nice stuff, of course, with the KDA. Or, of course, he got himself 5 assists. And still relatively close with the econ rating. Plus the combat score, of course, to some of his players. But it just wasn't enough. We continue on, of course, to see this team fell through in a very good way. Redeeming themselves quite nicely in the name of the Ruby Roster, as they are claiming themselves to be the first winners of round 1, of course. 13-3. Still, victorious Demons Academy will have a chance to battle in that lower bracket. There we will see them possibly drive ourselves a little bit further. If you want any updates, of course, be sure to ask in the chat about any of the teams, and we will continue to watch, of course, victorious Demons Academy along in that lower bracket. They will always have a sweet place in my heart for the rest of that tournament. So until they're gone, still some chance, of course, to recover. We will check ourselves to see what match we will try and do next. But before we do that, we gotta head into a short break. We will figure everything out. We'll be back shortly as soon as we know what match we'll do next. So be sure to stick around. We'll be back shortly.
like a Hellcat. Coming like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Coming like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out tonight. We're gonna let it out tonight. We're gonna let it out just like the sunrise. We're gonna let it out. just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, baby. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Hello, hello, hello everybody and welcome back, of course. We just saw that first game was a little bit of a blowout. Now we have two teams that are going to be a little bit closer to each other in terms of the rankings as well. And that's the reason why I feel like it's going to be a very, very nice game to watch once more. My name is Dutchborough Jesse, of course. I'm still your host and caster for today. As we do see Dreamers taking on the team of MP4. And they got themselves some nice names. 0 kills, 0 brain, 0 hours in 2 weeks, without talent. And then you got E-Hero and Separation taking on the Dreamers, which obviously have some nice team tags that go with their organization or with the team they have. So definitely feel like the Dreamers are going to be a team play wise to be a little bit better. Then the question will always remain, how will the individual performance from the side from MP4 come through? Is that going to be a thing that will help them to the max? We don't never know. And Hero is already getting taken down early. First kill found, immediately an entry, and the side for Dreamers taken over. The composition that the defenders are playing is a little bit questionable as well, with Cypher coming in for the Killjoy. And you've also got an Astra instead of an Omen, of course. The rest is all the same as you would expect. So, some different decisions made for different agents. But all in all, I think pretty decent compositions we have gotten. There's all something to say about it, of course. And that's definitely a good thing for it. Swings are coming in. It's still a 4-on-4. The swing comes through now as well from Parsik. Flash comes over. No kills, no brain, and no hours, 2 weeks. Has been able to push all the way towards that left side, the left hole into B, but no one yet able to find themselves a frag, as everyone will fall down. The final player is the Omen, and without talent will not get himself anything. It's Panda to claim the final kill. And just like that, the first round that has been won for the Dreamers. I do still see that the team tags are still not the right ones, but maybe that has been sorted out already with the 2-minute delay. And otherwise, you just gotta do it with the names I put in. Dreamers on the right side, of course. They have secured themselves the first round. I'm probably looking in for more soon enough. For the mid side, 0 kill in 2 weeks, or 0 hours in 2 weeks. Been able to get some information. The turret is gonna spot him, and so the kill rolls by. Still a little bit of a buy of goals, weaker pistols. It's what the defenders have to offer.
Alarm bot out.
An alarm bot put behind them, and slowly but surely walking into A. Clearing all the corners. Orb got picked up, and that might seem to cause some rotations to come in. They gotta come in fast as well. Both of the Nebulas have been thrown in, so no one allowed to see anything other than a little bit of a spray that Zero Kill, Zero Brain is trying to initiate. No kill, no brain. Now trying a knife. Opens up the door. Smoke fades. Panda still waiting on. Flash comes through. They're trying to walk their way in. First player to spot him out is Parzik. He's found that opener. And look at what is happening. Final player is a hero. And a hero won't be able to do anything more than get that one kill that he's gotten to at least do some economy damage. Dreamers up to 2. And because they invested so much for the side from MP4, you gotta be worried a little bit if you are, in fact, a Dreamer, about this round not going your way. After that, you will have a full buy, so definitely some good opportunities on the horizon. And those sheriffs, they could become a problem. You can see Spartacus and Parsik both having themselves sheriffs to work with. They can actually take them down, or take all the players down in a one-tap from every single range. So that is a big problem potentially on the horizon. One-tap galore, and so the Marshal can also do a lot of chip damage, which actually results into not only doing a little bit of damage to the body, but can start stringing up into actually being a painful hit. Can be taking them down to quite low health. 2 towards the long side, of course, without talent is the first one to fire up. Shock Dart not doing too much. Around the corner, Spartacus tries to swing. Spotting him out, kill not found. Entry not for anyone yet. The attacker killjoy ult used, but they're all running. So in the meantime, look at A. It's going to be contested. There's still tripwires around. And Panda that tries and smoke it off just to sell the fake a little bit more. But A has been contested. They've played it well. But there's still a tripwire you got to be working or watching out for. Now spots it. And at least taken down. Snaps with the opener. Through mid still flanks. And around the doorway. Knox that runs around. The swing comes through. From Panda as well. Bulldog in hand. Does find himself a nice opener. And from the CT spawn, Parzik aware is without talent. 3 on 3. You've got to be winning this round if you're the defenders. Otherwise, this is going to go south quite fast. The smokes will fade. Separation. Trying to flash in just to bait some out. Spike still going off soon enough. The swing without talent is going to smoke off the long side tap. Comes through. And without talent is the final player. An updraft still in play. Spartacus can fly around. Oh, without talent isn't sticking. And now they can just swing through. He's not going to be able to get anything done. Had to go for the stick. The spike will still go off. And it doesn't matter. Dreamers have won an incredible round that was much needed. And they might even start off by not only taking the 3 that they have, but finding 4, even 5 after this. Winning the half almost certainly. Would that mean? Which is an incredible start considering the amount of weapons that MP4 had in another round. The rank that MP4 have as well in their team. And considering it is the T side of Ascent. That means a lot. The swings are all coming in. Door will be closed out. And the execute into B on the back of the side. A hero is the final player. Yeah, getting pulled in. This is a hero being a sitting duck. He will be falling down. Retake already trying to come in. But yeah, we have a Parzik just running in, destroying you. There's not too much to be done. There's not too much to be had. 4 players are surviving. And a 4-0 start for Dreamers is already on the board. Start, 5 Vandals. And that's what Dreamers have to offer. They don't go for an operator yet. It just has not been needed thus far.
You want to fight it?
Ooh, you've got the trap wire still, will be expected. Now, mid-lurk of course, but also a cosmic divide stopping them from going anywhere. They've taken the B side free. You can see the strats are definitely there for them. They are able to trade each other out quite nicely on the side. And Spartacus, he can open up. Looking in for a second as Crocs will help him. Teleportation came in, the shot through a wall, but 1 hour and 2 weak will not be able to find it. Oh, beautiful shot. Spartacus, another one up in the telly. And the flank from Snap should be enough to take down KO. An absolute blowout as 5-0 has been found. They won't be put to an end just yet. Dreamers is here to fight. And they do know how Ascent is played. What a performance. What a performance, bro. This is incredible. There's just nothing you can say about it. There really isn't. Two Vandals been bought, the rest of them all don't have the weapons for it. But it's a dire situation surely here for the defenders. 5-0 already. And it might even be going towards a 6th. Once we start looking at an execute here into the side, Spartacus sprays through the smoke and you might be able to grab some through the Nubel Nebula. Now the Nano Swarm giving him a chance to get a little closer, a second one as well, just to deal some extra damage. Spartacus running through. Opening. He's trying to look in for another. Parsec will help him. And the Hunter's Fury might try and attempt to find something, but the Flash is not going to help. But getting information, Lockdown will get destroyed. And a 3-on-3 has been created. Spartacus, the main man to watch out for here in the fire. No command comes out. They know where Spartacus is now. He shot that bullet. Spike has gone down. Drone also spotted. Spartacus still standing tall. Swinging off their contact, opening up with an entry, and he's still standing tall with a triple 6-0. Not put to an end yet, and he has only died twice. Whereas his team in total, in the current 6 rounds that have been played, they've died 10 times. It's been a ridiculous play here for Dreamers. And we have not had, guys, a close game in the tournament just yet, or in the stream. We were originally gonna do 2 other teams forfeited around them, so it leaves us with this one. And I still expected it to be quite close, right? A great performance in the first round of play for the side from MP4, a team with great ranking, still backing them up. But Dreamers just seems to be one step ahead of them in almost every occasion. We've gotten the Jet Knives, of course, for 0 hours in 2 weeks. Execute comes through. Parsec, what an opener onto middle. That separation fallen. And the second one as well will hit the deck side. Ove taken over. No one allowed anything. Great play for Parsec, running through the short side. Around the corner, 0 Q, 0 hour won't be watching as Parsec takes them all down. Triple in the round, glass broken, and the hero around the corner. Parsec will swing, and he's just gonna take you down. Don't feed him too bad, because he is very, very hungry. He needs his food, and he needs it well. 7-0. And if you're MP4 at this point, what are you going to do to stop this? I'm honestly not too sure what there is that you can potentially do. If I'm really honest, I'm honestly not so sure. Another round, or the next round will already be starting, of course. It's a weaker bye, 7-0. And I was also checking if we have any updates about any other games. Still, there's 1 round 1 match ongoing currently. Still gonna wait for that result, and then we all know which teams have gone to the upper bracket round 2. Some teams already in the upper quarters. And we also in the upper bracket round 2, still holding strong. And at least Dreamers looking like they're going to continue on to go in this tournament further to the upper bracket quarters, be in the top 8 of the upper bracket. That means 3 wins away from the monies. From the money. Separation around the corner. Snaps. Is Separation going to spot him? He won't. And Snaps might try and go for a knife. Snaps. Oh, he's going to knife him down. He takes him. He takes no prisoners. And 0 hour in 2 weeks. He's the final player to be called on. Because this is 10 HP. 0 kills. Unfortunate. But true, he's not going to be able to find anything more than just a little bit of damage, I was going to say. But that entry definitely made things a little tougher. Even though you always thought it going the way of the attackers in the end. Dreamers up 8-0. And 4 ults as well in this round. They only don't have the Cosmic Divide. They do have an ult command to use. The Jet Knives potentially. Hunter's Fury. Plus having a lockdown themselves. So it's always just cancelling out the lockdown here. That they are able to do. And they can place their lockdown just to execute A for free basically. The only one there is Parshik. He's not with the pact. So this round they won't use it. But they will use the no command to run it away. No one can use the utility to stop them from pushing in. So Jet Dash coming in. Spartacus has to use a second updraft. That's unfortunate. The kills for the smoke came in for 0-1 week. And the core won't be stabilized. He's still holding. As it is a 5-on-3 now. How are you going to recover him? It's going to be tough, but kills from short come in. That's exactly what you need. Parshik flanking at the exact time to take down the operator player. Or at least make him move away. So far, not so good. For the defenders, it looked like they had done enough with that 5-on-3, but then everything just fell apart in just a nick of time. And now towards the short side. This is to be an important kill. No hours. As he watches Parshik swing. Parshik beats the angle, opens up. Hero is the final player to be called upon. What a swing as well for Parshik. He's been on wings in this entire game. He's been so incredibly insane for the Dreamers. And they are trying to run hero down now. They really are. He's been hunted. They know where he went. And they will hear him as well. And now the squeeze from the Jet. As he still opens up towards the house. And he will not be pushed upon. So that's at least an operator found. Taken away. And given to their players. But it will not be meaning too much. A 9-0. And 4 more is all that they are looking for. Dreamers. Winning this game will put them to the upper bracket quarters. Makes us have a little bit of free time until the next game starts, of course. And I can say the final upper round 1 has been finished. Stealth Esports are winning that one. 14-12. So that was the first overtime game we have had. The next round is obviously already starting. It's a 9-0 start. And how much more will there be found? Panda cannot find himself an opener. On the side they go. Separation. He could be the hero. As he didn't spot out Spartacus there on long side still. Or Snaps, I should say. Spartacus obviously on the side. This is good flank. And the attacker Killjoy ult now to just put them away from the retake. They will just leave. And it looks like first half is about done. Probably the game as well with it, to be honest. What can you do if you're MP4 now? If you win one round, how much is that really gonna mean?
Last player standing.
Taken down. Beautiful shot. Spartacus has had a very good game together. Him and Parshik really standing out. Snaps, can believe, he's actually 11-2. The amount of deaths that he's had. Considering that, of course, we have not seen him too much because He has not gone for too much aggressive plays, but still has got 11 kills. So probably very important for the team. Even though you probably haven't seen him too much actually getting himself into the kill feed on important times where the entries have been taken right into the site, but just cleanup kills or just in general important frags that are much needed to win rounds. Maybe put some eyes on him now as he's trying to open up towards middle. Towards the B side they go. This is Snap still. Expecting some sort of flank. He could take down 0 kills up on short. Up on Cat. Won't be able to find it. Snaps. Can he find this kill around the corner? Steps are being made. He's swinging. He's gonna get taken down. Unlucky. I tried to put you in the spotlight, my man, but still not meant to be. Final player is obviously without talent. He's picked up the Vandal and won't be able to get anything more done than the 1. 11-0. And the final round is going to be a little bit of a weaker buy. They've gotten a Bulldog. Still an Operator. But also a person that's probably going to have a Vandal without any armor, right? And separation going for that Guardian. So a whole little palette, of course, from the Rainbow. In terms of weapons. All colors of the Rainbow used and a fast push that comes through. Still, a no command for the retake potentially and a Hunter's Fury that can be used to advantage. Xenox gonna be seen but not moved upon. The push into the side comes in. Spartacus take it away without talent, holds on. And he hasn't been dealt with on this angle. So then you can allow him to find frags. He's looking in for the ace. First ace of the game. First ace of the tournament. And it's without talent to do it. Off the stream. A lot of music. But what does it really mean? There's 1 round. MP4 is at least on the board. We're not having a blowout of a 13-0. They don't allow it. But this pistol could be the beginning of the end for Dreamers. Defensive side for Dreamers. That's where they're currently on. As they are trying to look for an opener. Which side are they opting to go for, of course? That's probably going to be what Dreamers asking themselves. They're running towards the long side. Panda, good for the trade. And now up short they go. Crocs. Xenox will hear them. Around the corner, around the doorway. Not going to be expected. The Frenzy. It's good to find that opener. Panda tries to help, but unsuccessful to do so. As the bomb of A gets planted right there. E-Hero. Still. Plant that spike down and creates an opportunity for another round. The shock darts are good. Trading some damage around. And still left standing is Snaps now. He's going to take out now an E-Hero. One more needed. Snaps will be found without talent. Beautiful double. As he once again is the hero of this game. Swing comes through, Snaps. Good entry found himself with the Marshall. Still probably gonna get challenged. Yeah, this is a tough position for him to be in. Pushed upon from on top as well. And this is at least the beginning of some small comeback attempt. Xenox. Oof. Still left standing. Expected him to fall there soon, but not to be. Side taken. B plant first. And another round that looks like it's gonna be won by the attackers 3 in a row right now.
One enemy remaining.
Still a round win. Now, of course, that full buy that comes out for the defenders, so probably not too much to worry about. We still have to watch out for what's, of course, gonna come from this attacking side. They're the ones now being able to divide that pace. They're the ones able to make the decisions of where to go.
I'll shut down Killjoy's tech. Knife deployed.
We'll see how much it's gonna mean. Xenox. Ooh, in this smoke, this could be a good opener. Tries and look for a hero walking up to CAD. No entry yet found. Swings that are coming in. No kill that has been taken. Everyone tries to find an entry somewhere. That's been the style that MP4 have opted to go for. Just in general. Try to find some entry somewhere and just hope for the best for now. As they are regrouping. Look to set up for a basic AXX. No, never mind. Not a basic one. Actually a player walking up short side now. As an opener has been found already, of course. 0 hour into week. He's the one to fall early in the round. And now Garden being challenged. Xenox is the first one to find some contact. Spartacus called up onto the occasion. Tries to find a double. Only good for the one. It was alongside Xenox and Snaps. Controlling. The push won't be allowed. You were with a 4-on-5, so the hold was great. And the smoke just doesn't make the cut when you're not finding that double. We don't have short control. Garden isn't yours. It's just going to be a very tough position for you to get yourself in. Like, towards the A3, of course, that I'm talking about. Whenever you push towards that mid-cubby, then get yourself that control. Goes into 3. There's a double man stack there. You gotta be at least finding a 2-for-1 trade. But if it's a 1-for-2, so 2 of you guys die, you still got control over that Garden position. And then with a long util, the way it was used with a cage and everything, it's just very tough to find it. Up on middle, still a spray coming in. For some reason, the hold has come through. They know Snaps is the final player. He is, in fact, the Sova. So you expect him to play on towards the B side. And that's why they're running all the way towards A. They've taken fast control. The door will close. And Snaps, I think he has already made a lot of noise now. Has made himself known. So the door blow can come in too. Waiting for full ammo to be back in his name. Maybe an owl drone to take some intel. He does still have it, so why not use it? Oh, just camera taken down. He wants to use it with his aim. Snaps. Needs to find them both. Jumps on top. Finds the first. Final player. Spots out their feet. And spots out their kill. Snaps. Okay, Snaps. That's what you were looking for. I called you out for not making so impressive frags. And this is what you do? Sure. 3 KD. You are the MVP. Oh boy, Dreamers. They lose the first 2. They lose the final round and a half. Things look like they were potentially going to shift a little bit. But you gotta win the bonus by 4 to make it interesting. And that was not to be. Snaps only 6 times dying. Of course, the average combat rate goes the way of Parsix due to the incredible kills that he's actually found. Quite openings, right, into the game. Even with the Killjoy. Always finding like the first frag. But Snaps in the clutching situation. The final 2 players. You don't get yourself that much for it. The multi-kills were there for Parsik. And that's why he is on a 350 scoreline in terms of average combat score. What a game have we witnessed. The second 13-3 of the day. And it is Dreamers to take it home. They'll move into the upper bracket quarters. We're still not done for today, of course. There's a few more games to be happening. And we will see what match we will do next. It will be an upper bracket quarters between any of the teams that are still having to qualify for the upper bracket quarters. So we'll drop it into a short break. We'll be back as soon as we can. And then we have 3 more games totally for today. And then we know essentially what team is going to be in the grand finals already. And what team we need to watch out for the most. We'll see you back shortly.
my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I do I, baby, why do I do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Hello and welcome back to Quick Blowouts. Hopefully the third one won't be. My name is at least Jesse or Dutchboy, whatever you want to call me. We are on a bind. We finally went away from the Ascent. I mean, I was going to say Ascent Nightmare, but that's not been the case, right? It's been amazing games and since a match that, or a map that people do in fact really like. Same for Bind and same for Haven. Those are the three main maps we're usually seeing coming in for these more or less best of one matches, because kind of everyone has a little bit of an insta-ban, right? And then it almost leaves to be Ascent most of the time, because I mean, who will ban Ascent and who will ban Bind and who will ban Haven? I'm not too sure, right? You will always have yourself some bans, and okay, we'll just go for Ascent. We don't really know what the opponent team is up to, but we'll just leave it to go. And we do see a Harbor for the defenders coming in. A Race Arena double duelist setup, a very interesting one. One I don't really see that often coming in. Yeah, Race is pretty okay. Brimstone, I don't know if I see him too much on this map coming through, but he is definitely there. Sky you see quite often, but the rest, a Harbor, a Reyna. Okay, that's pretty interesting to say the least. And the agents that the defenders have selected, they don't seem to go for a race. They seem to stick to a Jet. And I mean, from the time I've seen Bind, I am pretty certain that I've kind of only seen Race as a real duelist yet. Yeah, we've seen the double duelist, but not without a race. So I'm honestly very, very excited to see this composition to work. Because, yeah, the side from Chunchu definitely, in my eyes, seem to be very, very good looking. I think, wait, let me check real quickly what side what team is on again, right? Chunchu, of course, on the attacking side. So, okay, I would say it looks good for that defensive side, even though, of course, you don't know how EBG team is going to use their, I mean, off meta little bit agents that they have in their playfield. All in all, it's very excited to see which way things are gonna go. Will they go south? That's the question. And we'll see which way it's gonna go, either south or north. South, of course, going very bad. Push towards the long B side comes through. Unrolls. 5 players are up and running. Ooh, all of them been seen already. Harbor has been there. Big B back at his side, still trying to hold. No openers yet taken. Recon Bolt will spot him out. Big B still left standing, pushed in from behind. That's where White is heading. Lamb's control has been taken, and so, at least, still a chance for the attackers to find it. Carbona, I don't know how he's in this position, how he's gone in this corner unnoticed, but still is. Big B will take down 2. And now on to B they go. The round has been a roller coaster, as the spike is eventually going to get planted here on this B side. Chunchu. They've done it. Chunyo, I should say. Trying to walk their way in, or trying to hold on to the positions. Tap on the spike. Could potentially come in for Pan. He's looking right side now. Good area seen. L taken control of. A nice pushing wall, of course, keeping him out. Another tap to come in. Hookah will have to be checked, and it will be. Still Big B. Tapping it another time. He's been seen to be off the defuse now. Another tap to come through. Another bit of damage to be done. He has to find the kill, and he won't have the time to go for it anymore. The attackers have just started off. Incredible by Chunchu picking themselves up, or Chunyo, by picking themselves up the first round there on the attacking side. What a play. And what a round. Chunyo will do it. As they're obviously trying to find themselves a whole lot more, or get a whole lot more going here, but foundation been laid. And although the composition on the first hand looked a little bit, I mean, a little bit weird. The only real thing I feel like is weird is the Jet instead of the Race. But if you can put it to work like Despro does, with getting a 4K in a pistol, well, who am I to speak of something, right? Race is a good one to get openers with the boombot, but that's basically everything you got. From behind, great paint shells being used. Okay, that's also something that Race has, and the showstopper, of course, that are probably going to be put to use quite soon. This is a Phantom picked up, so Pan actually still has a very decent chance. From the front, Mandala. Mandalina is going to spot him out. 3-man stack, spray comes through. Pan has been able to find it. And everyone will start to slowly fall down. Despro is the only player still left. He tries to spray. Half the fuse comes in. He's going to go for the full stick. There is some damage, but it just won't be enough. The defenders have successfully retaken the site with weaker weapons. And oh, coming in for that entry, of course, that has been found early. There was one entry, and that was enough to secure themselves, to redeem. Immediately the next round, of course, starting off. Long presence shown for the Chunju side. They have weaker weapons now, so should be a pretty decent chance for these defenders. Start holding on. But now, presence shown towards B, slow but surely walking towards A again. And of course also a team that we have seen already, of course, in the opening match. Ruby roster lost in the second round, so there's a team even better than they are. Which is pretty hard to believe as to how incredibly well they have been performing in that first game. Maybe it was the weaker weapons that, or the weaker players that were just the weaker players, and that the playing wasn't so incredible, but all in all, that team has been playing good. Takes down one of the top contenders, I believe, to take it all, what looked like at least. Spray through the box. CG. Still on the side himself. Could be swinging soon enough. The spike has obviously gone down. The retake is needed. White will fall still. Cypher is the final person. And a complete massacre unfolds on the site. And the win of the round goes the way of the defenders again. They take that second round with the weaker weapons. And now they'll also find themselves the third to put themselves up to 2. It's a ridiculous start on this game. Now, finally the full buy, of course, from the attackers coming out. If EBG team would win this, they put themselves ahead quite nicely, so it's really up to them to do so, to prove what they're worthy. I feel like they could definitely do so. Ooh, look at this push. Incredible push, of course, to come out. Dominique gonna watch as the Owl drone will deal some damage to Dominique himself, forced to fall away. The execute up into B, starts to roll through. Dominique still waiting. Opening has been found. Trying to have a look in for another. He's looking, but will not be able to find it. Carbona. Good on the trade. B side has in the meantime been secured. The presence on A was enough to pull some players there. And even I was not aware of the danger that went by. And now there is an orbital strike coming into the side itself towards Hookah. Both sides being challenged. Everyone forced out. You gotta move, and you gotta move for real. And Scarbona will take you all down and secure himself the round for it. Chuncho. What a round once more for them. Good fake. Up on B they went. Planting that bomb away, or that spike I should say. And after that, no chance of course for EBG. Ults of course being used to stop the hookah push to come in. Players completely isolated. And then it was just a very, very rough time. Now they put all the tripwires in. I think they're moving fast into B to stop the flank from coming out. But what is also happening is a push towards this mid side, short side challenge. Dominique. Good for one. Pan getting traded. And now how many players are still there? You've seen some info. Dominique will get healed back up. Could have used her ult, of course, to her ability to find at least a little bit of a healing. But Sky will have that ability too, so Reyna doesn't need to use it. Jepson. Ooh, good molly. Around the corner, running away. Close. Is waiting. Is Biggie. Biggie good for one. Jepson still standing tall, but after trades, it still results in being a 2-on-2. And the unfortunate for Baxi that he cannot push out any further. He does know there's tripwires around, so of course can reveal himself soon enough by defeating that tripwire. Now is aware. Spike will go down. Domino. Or Dominique. Still waiting. Spotted. And now the push comes through. You already knew where he is. And now you're fully aware, of course. The second uploading. Still waiting for that to come through. And Bexy is not aware of where the players are. Just trying to find a pre-fire here and there. Hawk that comes in. No one spotted through the lamps. No one spotted through long as well. He taps it once. Might try and start swinging. A double swing could be enough. Jump in. First player spots it. Then Cypher swings as well. CG plays it well. CG and Bro will be able to win the round off the back of their Chuncho. Or Chuncho will be able to get their third round going. What an insane start, if you ask me. As we did think we would potentially see a good start of that defensive side, but the attackers have caught up. And still, that race difference doesn't seem to make it, at least for now. Yeah, there comes the showstopper, of course, you've used it. And with the trade-in, of course, you're going to be knowing there's at least a few players potentially pushing in from behind. 2 on B. Dominique from the back of the side. These are a few walls that are at least coming in. Still, Dominique on the back of the side. Stinger falling down. Lost 2 players. Can go into the teleporter, but CNG Bro should have them lined up. Watching as the first one crosses for him, but it is already the second. Pen known to be reloading in the corner still with the Sheriff having something to say, but only good for that one. CNG will find him. And it's a 4-0. 3 rounds in a row that have been taken by Chuncho. And they are crawling their way ever so slightly towards that possible victory on the first half.
I'll find them.
Esport walking in, 2 smokes used. Doc is gonna get taken. Esport still swinging. Good shot found. Pond will make him fall. And now Dominique is the only one behind the side, taken away. Bexy opening. Only good for those 3-on-3 that have been found. Spike plant comes through, rolls by. Flash is coming through. All left for a play. Still swing, there comes in. CNG falls on the side. The fuse already there. The broken of the smoke is definitely going to be a thing, but he's just sticking. He's found it. Biggie. Big B winning a round, and another one added up on the tally for EBG team. He was always under the fuse. He was always sticking. And no one could make him fall. Again, an ult being used, of course. Everyone has to walk, and Big B is trying to chase. But there comes the orbital strike to stop that from happening. Taking early control as a defender, but even getting sprayed through the smoke, creating limited chances. The wall has created opportunity, but Jepsen has found that opportunity as well by collecting the first. 3-on-2 found the molly. Still in the tracks, Carbona. And Esport right around the corner. Doc put in. Spots it out left, spotted out right. Esport tries to pick up the spike. Esport still desperately looking for it. As Bigby is still waiting. Final player called is going to be Carbona, but he won't have anything done either. And so, Once again, 4-on-2 start was found. And now it's all tied up again. So both teams have very good opportunity to still take this game with them. Take the half. And this is the first game that doesn't go into a 13-3. Things will be tied up soon enough. This round will start. And that's the chance to take at least 6 for your team. Both teams on the brink of getting ecoed again. So this round could matter a lot for that future. In the name of being an 8-4 or potentially just a 6-6. Will have to be this forced buy, otherwise you're put back on an eco, you're gonna concede 6, and then you have a full buy to prove yourself, otherwise it's 8-4. That's the stakes. Swinging towards the long side. Mondalina taken down, Pan with a double. Raise div, opening up. Double entry found in this round, no chance to recover. You've gotten the Hunter's Fury and the Jet Knives to work with, but will not be easy when you have the first 2 players already falling down quite early. Smoke been used, Slither. The edge of the smoke, TNG has fallen away.
Seconds left.
Be short, that's where they're heading. They still got the 3 ults to work with, so take one down and Cypher can get all the intel. Wall been put up, but it will be B as a challenge. Ooh, this flash, now they are rare. And this is just a save. This is just a save. So they don't want to concede another round just because EBG will otherwise get themselves 6 on the board, and now they still have a chance to win the half themselves. So I guess a smart decision, but it does cost you a lot of economy. Jet Knives are now going to be used for depth bros, so you've at least secured yourself another buy coming in. But losing this and you're going to be possibly in future trouble, so save now, but potentially not save anything. This can be a very, very tough situation. Jet Knife's being used and execute, coming fast into A, backseat. It's the only one there, he cannot really hold. Has the dog to use, and a second player, of course, fighting for the back of the side. Dominique seen, teleporting away, joining with all of them, and in the meantime, B side completely taken over. Course been used, everyone is going to be seen. And a second neuro theft check will come in soon. It's already been used twice, so you won't have the intel from the Reyna that has been teleported. You might not have the intel from the long player now coming in the name of a race. But what you do know is that the round is going to be very, very tough to complete. Here they come. Slowly, Elboy could be challenged. Pan breaks through the wall just to try and find an entry, but he won't have it in the cards. Everyone will fall. Carbona taking the final 2 with him. And so it's 5-5. It is, in fact, all tied up in this game still. both teams will have what looks like a nice pair of rounds lined up. Who will take the half win, or will it be a 6-6? A lot of questions that will be answered pretty shortly in these next 2 rounds. If it is all tied up, what will that mean for the next few? I'm incredibly excited to see what comes by. And White, him trying to look for that opener into middle, might help to secure. And towards B long. A few of the players are gonna start walking in. A low time period for Esport to use. He dashes on the side still. Bexy is waiting. Has been able to find an opener. Will not have found it just yet. The swing comes by. Mandalina. Good kill going his way through mid. Domini has not been able to get any damage on top of him, so they have not been able to conflict him. He will try and use his ult, but it will not be enough. Again, the orbital strike used to pull out some angles. At least Carbona swings, but not watching the direction leads to his demise, as Carbona is still left standing. The fact that he's alive is already a miracle. You need to be aware that players can try and run out when you use that ult, but he just looked into the wall of the hookah position. That wasn't the best of plays. You saw that player, of course. I think it was Pan getting help from Jobson to use that ult. And then I think Pan didn't look at the orbital strike anymore. Which is, I would say, the worst decision you can make there. You use an orbital strike to force players out of the position. So when you force them out, they have to go somewhere. And they could run right into you. That could have been the difference maker. That could have been a round for the defenders. But in fact, there's a round that the attackers now take. And they might even take more with it as well. As the entry in this round has also started going their way. And now they have hookah control. They can move their way into the site. Despro around the Rosies. Domini and Bexy. They're the 2 men to watch out for from the long side. Swing that comes in. Domini taking the first 2. A way back into the side has been created as he's still holding on. Bexy will help. With that being said, it all ticks 6. It all once again tied up in this game. EBG team. They've secured it. And this game cannot be closer than this. Maybe let's check out if there are still any updates about the tournament itself before we move into the pistol. Stealth Esports have lost after a very close overtime game. The upper bracket quarters have now been confirmed. Team Mango will take on the Tamari Altunga. That's a match I'm definitely going to be having a closer eye on. Let's Go is still in there as well. They won versus Elo Tractors. And Dreamers, of course, will play against them. So, some good tries. Still 3-2-5, of course. Although they didn't play into the upper bracket because they had one player not readying up. Now they do play. They also win a match into the lower bracket. Same about Victorious Demons Academy. They did get a forfeit win. So are still in the tournament themselves as well. 6-6, of course. A start required for both of the teams. And Chuncha, of course, that comes on the back of that final round win. Or I would say EBG team comes on the back of that final round win. They're possibly looking like they want to take it a little bit the most. But now on the defensive side, we'll have a little bit of a better chance for Chunchi, I would say. We'll still have to see. As it is a 3-on-2.
One enemy remaining.
You get 2 on A, or 1 on A, 1 on B, and 1 on middle. So CGN, he could be that hero of the round, of course. An opener towards A. A teleporter that's been used, Jepson. That's aware, but so is CGN Bro. Will this be a fight? It will not be. Not been spotted either.
30 seconds left.
But still walking up towards B around the corner. Mandalina. There's a tripwire right there. As well as a cage that could be used. As well as a frenzy that he wants to fight with. Jepson is going to be seen. This is a good fight. This is rarely taken. He takes a lot of time off the clock. And the cage is going to be used to his advantage. Depro with the final kill. And it is Chunchu back up in the lead. They start the defensive half quite nice. And it is, I would say, a little bit of defensive sided map. So that's why I feel like there's a little bit of a bigger advantage taken here for Chunchu. And the attackers, they do know as well. EBG team, they do know as well as we do that winning this round is quite important. So that's why they're forcing with all the stingers in the world. They have 5 stingers and 5 low armor. This could be an incredible round unless CGN is able to wait on the back of the site and take multiple with him. He's still hanging on, but down to 30 and taken away. Side of B has been taken over. Carbona still tries to walk through. Oh, he's able to get so far, but fails. As Dominique will strike him down, picks up the Vandal, is having 100 HP still to work with, and everything will fall down. They realize how needed this round was. And with just 1 kill from the Vandal on CGM Bro, and that one picked up by Dominique, it's a round that they take all day long. This smoke won't go away unless you break it. And White is just waiting for the round to fall away. Pushed into the smoke, Big B is waiting. That's a kill he takes all day long. 7-7. Things are tied up. And now all of a sudden, the attackers are the team. EBG team is the team that is in my eyes looking the best to take this one all of a sudden. Because this is going to put them in a very good spot. This has been a phenomenal game. And both teams still seeming to hang on. Flashbang going to be used. As a push into B, start rolling in. A little wall, a little push in from behind. CGM Bro, that's the only one that can do anything here. CGM. Good opener. Looking in for another. He's gonna find it. This is still a chance. Site has been taken over, and that's nice, but you've gotten a Neuro Theft on top of you, which will still get that second scan. Walking on to face White soon, as he will face multiple running in. They might still choose to go the other side. But they're not. Heaven. That's where Desper will hear them. And he's going to be expecting one to go lamps as well. Spike plant will come in. Despero using his dash just to walk in now. Around the corner, Big B. He's waiting. Good that he's ready. Still, the wall of course used to at least some extent, but they're holding on. What looked like a round that was potentially still going to go the way of the defenders is one that EBG team will take. And this next round will be incredibly important for the further scene of this series. A weaker weapon buy, of course, for the attackers. EBG team playing as a bonus buy, so more cash can be taken. Whereas a full buy with an operator and with every single piece that is necessary in terms of weapons. This is one that is just needed for Chunchu to keep the game close. Otherwise, you are going to start walking away with a double-digit number for EBG. And then the game could be over in almost no time. Flash being used and execute. Decker rolls by. Going into B. The wall, of course, used. Ooh, nicely walling off. Execute to the side. White is still ready. White is still aware, but the push has been good. The trapwire will strike him. Leave Pan in an awkward spot to fall down. 3 ult still in play, of course, for the attackers. They didn't even need to use it to take control. And now he suggests a move, and you gotta be running. If you want to enter the site, you better run. But they're all being contested. They're all falling down. Only Mandala remain, and then he runs as he has an operator to work with. Smokes off the back of him. If he doesn't fall, there's still an operator into the next round. But they're definitely gonna start to chase him. As 9 will be on the board for EBG team. This was an important round. The other team had to win it. But it is not gonna go their way. Mandela will even fall. The team ace will come in. And they take no prisoners. They will leave no one alive. The buy is not good. Double digits should be on the board. Unless there is a buy for the side from Chunchu now coming in. Okay, Despro, he will go for a Phantom because he knows he will have money into the next. But Mandala shouldn't buy. I'm not too sure what they're opting to go for now. They have some loss bonus, of course, so I think they can afford to buy up the weapons that they have right now. But against 5 Vandals, this round is definitely not looking likely to be accomplished. And after that, of course, then rounds will start to matter a lot again. A turning point in the game this can potentially be, or at least the next round can be. A comeback opportunity or the potential GG's. Despro was the only one with a weapon or with a real rifle. And he has been fallen down. Definitely not happy with that. He sends out a message. With a D, of course, a smiley face created. And now a Jepson that's waiting for White to walk out around the corner. Damage has been done. Final person from the heavens is Mandala. But he won't be able to get more than just a 1 Phantom. Or, ooh, Spectre saved. Because the Phantom has been dropped out of the map, I think. So White, you want to die here because then you get some extra cash. Then you can afford it to go for a next round buy. White? I don't think they should even challenge you, but are they aware of you just having a sheriff? White, I suggest you go down or you pick up a Vandal. Okay, he has a Vandal to work with, so that's great. But if they didn't allow him to take that Vandal, it would have been an awkward position. It would have been a very awkward position to be in. Still not to be. Double digits has been found by EBG team. As they are. Although that might have seemed weird from the start. 3 rounds ahead and close to winning this game. Jet knives, of course, for Depro. The rest will all be on Phantoms and Vandals. Winning this round, EBG team puts themselves up on 11. Chunchu will go for a weaker buy once more. And then we could all see the GG soon in the chat. So this is going to be... looks like the most important round they've had in a while. Aggression shown both through mid and to the A side. Recon bold. Not gonna spot anything. And the swing as well will not do the same, so jump spots in. Coming through, but Pen has run to the side. He's got it so close, yet they're still not aware. Has Depro seen him? I'm not too sure. Depro around the corner, player ready, Pen taken down. Full force used, he gets a kill and grants a weapon, but the side of A has been taken over. Retake opportunity. Empress used. Domini. Faster fire, more damage, more health. It's all going to be up there to use. Not going to be seen, of course, now. Low HP, fallen down. Entries have been there around the lamp's position. Big B. He wins this fight. There's still a chance, but he loses and the round is over. You can try and deny. At least with the orbital strike. That's all that you can go for. He could try and deny now. Mandela, halfway done, runs out. But has it done enough? I'm not too sure. I don't think it has. And even if there wouldn't have been a full buy. Ooh, that would have been enough. Even if the half the fuse didn't come in, then this would have been the round. Half the fuse was enough. Stop it. But it wasn't meant to be. Mandela using it a little bit too late. Hence the reason why that half defuse came in. And that was the round for Chunchu. Now an ult used and potentially the way back in because there's no ultimates for EBG team in play. So things have all been reset, but still a full buy against the full buy comes through. Where both teams have a chance at redeeming themselves. Domini.
There.
Taking control over Hookah. When you have this control, it's quite huge, but you have a Carbona watching there as well. Opener could be needed, could be required, but will not be able to find it. Despro found it himself. Walking up to the mid side, Pan. Dashing around the corner. Good stuff. Has in fact been an opener. Pan looking in for another. 4-on-4 created. Pan having a look in for more, but will not be able to find it. It's a 4-on-4.
30 seconds left.
Trying to walk their way up towards B. Dominique. Around the corner, multiple players. Big B tries to entry. There's still a player in the name of Mandala. He's good for 2, good for a 3rd. Holds on to the side, all left in Pan's hands. He's a sitting duck. 9 created. Chunchu an opportunity to find their way back in. As they do win buy after buy right now. 2 full buys have been won. The Oldorps, Carbona and White, both almost got themselves the weapons they need, or almost got themselves the Oldorps to win another round. So, potential for another one. The game has gotten closer and closer. It could have been the end, of course, if EBG team won one of these 2 last rounds. But now with that momentum not being on their side, maybe, oh maybe, there is more to it. Push comes through. Despro was still waiting. But Jepson has found that opener. That was pushing in towards A. Hence the reason why a B stack now comes in. But you've only left 1 on that A side itself. So the entry has been found. Now you might want to split over the players or stack B and hope for the best. Stacking B could be the best opportunity. Mandala trades it, so now the urge for splitting becomes a little less, but Pan still has a chance to use his showstopper. He's gonna use it. Rocket launcher in play, can take multiple. Pan will find Mandala in the corner. Still 2 men waiting on the back of the side in the name of Carbona and CGN. Walking into the site they go. They run their way in. White taken away. Pan will find it. And the only player still left is Carbona and CGN. Ooh, this is great. Inside the smoke, Bigby. Waiting for CGN to run through. Finds himself the frag. Just Carbona. And he will not be able to take anything other than the first. 11-9. And that is EBG. Another one found. As they will be just 2 rounds away from taking this win still. Momentum wasn't on their side, but they crawled their way back. A good execution.
I need to blow something up.
And now also they will be just 2 rounds away from taking this win. 2 rounds away, Chunju was from taking back the lead, but now that is still 2 rounds. A full buy against a full buy. Winning this round might mean the end, of course. EBG team can try and shut down Chunju's economy. Mandala has to run. Still on the side. And still, this is an important round, so you try to take it with everything you have. First 2 entries have been found for it. Jobson will fall on the lamps. And the only player still remaining is Bigby. Double digits soon found for Chunju. And if you ask me, Chunjo has shown me that there is still life in them. When you win an important round that could remain to be the GG factor, you've proven yourself as a good team. The buy of the attackers will now be the final one they have. Another lifeline created for Chunjo, so losing this round will be losing everything for the attackers, but won't be for the defenders just yet. They still have a chance to go to overtime then, so this is definitely as close as it can be. But a good chance to take 12 for Chunjo now. You saw that ultimate, of course, from Big B. It moved Mendela to go for fights, but yeah, as long as you just control yourself, the ability. If you control that you're not getting yourself taken down quite often, or at least that you are just continuing to move, but also counter-spraying or counter-strafing in the opportunity, it's exactly what you need to. Again, another round with Despro holding on to the side. Double operator kill have been taken. Still two-man waits in on the back of the side in Kurbana and CGN, which both find one apiece. Big B, final player, final lifeline. And rotation towards A's allowed himself to get that bomb planted. And this is a retake he has to go for, that they have to go for. White and Mendela both sticking together. Big B that goes for the peak. Are they gonna be aware? Big B around the corner. Mendela will take him. And 11 to 11, things have been tied up once more. And the buy is not going to be great for the attackers. It's exactly what I was talking about. 12-11 should be on the board by the looks of the buy from EBG. If they don't prove themselves with the pistols, they might pay the price. Chunchu, will they have what it takes to win this one? Will they take 12 and take themselves ahead to round 24 with the momentum on their side of 3 rounds in a row that they have won? Off the defensive side as well there. There's still an execute. There's still a CGM Bro in the back of the side. Cages are triggered. He's created an opportunity. Carbona with the entry. Still CGM Bro will fall. Final player here is Despro. They're trying to challenge Pan up close. 5 HP still remaining. The push through long will come in through Despro. Operator in play. Strikes down Pan. And the final 2 will also drop. 12 to 11. As Chunyo will be finding themselves match point.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here. Prepare for hellfire.
Revealing area.
Mid's been challenged. Oh, here comes the Recon Bolt. First kill looks like it's going to be found White. Mendela, both 2 able to get the first 2 kills. And that's already setting you up so nicely for a round win. Through the wall, no one allowed to do anything. Domini once again trying to use the Empress, but falls before he even gets a chance. Final 2 players. Jobson being waited upon by Carbona. Has not been able to find the frag. Mandela also won't. Just Bexy. From the showers. Stepping, making noise. Mandela to smoke him off. As he's the only player that's left. The only hope they have. The knife through the smoke. Picking up the old torp. Just faking it out. There's nothing that he can do here. Other than hope and pray that they make mistakes from the defensive side. Another smoke used. Bexy with the flash. And Despro, that's Waits, and Despro, that's Finding. And the round, the game, will go to Chunjo. They are the team to win it, although the ranks were definitely stacked against them. They pulled through.